Hello, everyone out there. Yes, I want to welcome you all to BIGGISH show for today. Yes, you're welcome. Um, yes, you're welcome to BIGGISH show for today. My name is Ikechukwu. Friends call me Ike, and you can call me Ike too. How has it been? Yes, I welcome you to BIGGISH show for this day, and I promise it's going to be another wonderful time out with you. Today, like you saw in the ad, we have the legendary, the award-winning, iconic Teco Benson. He's going to join us today on BIGGISH show. He's actually online right now. I just want people to join right now before. Yes. Wave, view, go live. Yes, he's here. So we'll just start quietly. He's here. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You are right on time. You are a call professional. Well done, sir. Well done, sir. Okay. I bid you welcome to the show today. Yeah. Can you hear me very well?
Very clearly, loud and clear. Can you hear me too?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yes. Can you come? Yes. Come closer. Better that way. It's better. Let's see. Okay. Yes. This is. Yeah. This frame is good.
Okay. Let me.
Okay.
Set up properly.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
It should have been done offline, you know.
Yeah, but there's no problem.
God, I don't want to hold this while I'm talking, you know.
Okay. No, go ahead and just place it on something. You know, is there anything you can place? You can stand against or stand on? Yeah. Yeah. Find something and that'll be comfortable for you. Okay. Find something that'll be comfortable. Yeah. Find something that'll be comfortable for you.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. This is a lovely frame. So I welcome you again, sir.
The headroom is so much.
The headroom? Okay.
Are you okay with the headroom?
It's okay. It's okay. The headroom is okay.
Okay.
All right. The headroom is okay. All right, sir. Welcome to the show again, Mr. Teco Benson.
Thank you, Ike. It's my pleasure.
Yeah. I want to thank you so much for honoring this invitation. People are already joining. I just want to allow people to join, you know, so that they'll be able to enjoy our conversation from the beginning. Just a little while, I welcome Maureen Okere, who has joined. I welcome Faith Gave 101, who has joined us too. So like I have pinned on the screen, I said award-winning filmmaker Teco Benson on BIGGISH show. That's where we are right now. So let's go right into it so that we maximize the time we have. How's your day been? How's your day been going, sir?
Well, so far so good. You know, we've been up and down, you know. We have just survived the COVID and the future is looking so bright.
We thank God for that.
Yes.
Let's just get right into it. Tell us something about growing up. Where did you grow up and what was growing up like for you?
My growing up, interestingly, was in a town called Oji River. Ujiriva is the headquarters of Ujiriva local government area in Enugu State, present Enugu State. It used to be in eastern Nigeria, then it used to be in East Central State, then it used to be in Anambra State before Enugu was created. So finally, I think when I was in primary school, yeah, it was East Central State before he metamorphosed to Anambra State. All right. Then after creation, Ujuluba fell into Enugu State. So that's where I grew up. I had my primary school there. It was secondary school that actually took me away, and from there I moved. My dad actually used to be a civil servant, so that was the journey over there. He worked with Ministry of Health back in the days. So a civil traffic job that took my father down there to Ocho River. So I happened to be born there, and I happened to have my early years as a kid right there. So basically, that's it. There are specific questions you want me to answer about growing up. That's my background.
Yeah. Wow, that's a good one. That's a good one. So let us into your academic profile. Let's know what your academic profile is.
Oh, well, after my primary education, I went on to have secondary education. I went to 3 secondary schools. I journeyed through Boys High School, Iyke. Iyke is actually still in Yoruba. Then I went to Boys Community Secondary School, Udi. They call it Udi Tex. That's where I did my JS2. My JS1 was Boys High School. Then I spoke to my dad that I need to have some understanding of where we come from. I'm actually from Ojo too.
Okay.
I came to take me to school in my town so I can go and have experience because we weren't born in the village. So that was how I went to Ojo to Boys from JS3 until I finished in SS3. So I remember in Ojo to Boys, I composed the school's plate, which they're still saying till today. I composed the school. Yeah, and I was the senior prefect, and I founded drama club and debating society. So these are memories that are still very fresh. I left Ojo to Boys actually in 1989. And I went ahead to study public health in Enugu State School of Health Technology. Then after public health, I started working as a civil servant. After some years, I have to go back to do my master's in communication studies at Lagos State University. All right. That's my journey so far in education. Before I did my master's in LASU, I attempted my PGD in Nnamdi Azikiwe University when I tried to study pathology, but I didn't finish that course, because of the production, wahala here and there.
Yeah.
No time to complete your program. So, because I don't have the certificate, I can't say fully that I have that.
Yeah. That's fair enough. Yeah.
So far, so good. That's my journey.
That's quite interesting. And let's go right into it. So, but before we go into your career in Nollywood, give us a backstory as to what you were doing, before you ever stepped into Nollywood. What was it that you were doing before you entered Nollywood?
Okay, very interesting. I was a civil servant. I was working with the Anambra State Environmental Protection Agency. In short, I worked with the health department, and eventually I got appointed as the special assistant to the sole administrator of education, which I functioned in that capacity for 2 years before I resigned in 1997. But my journey in the industry started the same year I started working. I started working in 94. And I was actually working on Mission. That's where our office was, 7 Park Road, Mission. So while working there, I have a friend who knew of my interest in acting because we were looking for to express ourselves. Living in Bondage came in 92, and it provided a big opportunity, followed by Evil Passion, which was done in Onisha. So, and distributors and most of the people that funded movies then were all based in Onisha. All right. So that my friend knew that I had that interest. So one day he came back from work and told me there was an audition going on in Onitsha somewhere. I said, that's wonderful. I'll give it a try. So both of us went because he also was interested. After I told him my passion, he said, man, he's interested too. So both of us went, and funny enough, I got the lead role. The guy didn't get nothing. He got a waka pass.
Interesting story.
Wow. One thing. You know, so I played the role. Funny enough, the industry was just coming up then. So we rehearsed for 3 months for that movie. 3 months we were. Eventually, the movie was shot. Eventually, till today, the movie never saw the light of the day. It was never released.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay.
The people that started that journey with us, you know, they got disenchanted. They said, this is nonsense. What you're going to see left. You know, but me, I was determined because I knew what I was doing. You know, because I have a job, I have a paying job, and I was comfortable with the job, but I have a passion to be somewhere else. So whatever my determining factor then, I wasn't caring about the money. My interest was to make a mark in the industry. So I continued all through 94, then 95. We did another movie. I played a prominent role. That movie was titled Rejected. And funny enough, the other one was not released. This one was released, but eventually it became rejected by the audience.
Oh my God.
Another set of colleagues left the industry again because in that movie we were not paid. We were told that after the release of the movie, they were going to pay us. So the movie came and failed. The person that funded the movie got bankrupt. He sold his car, he sold everything. So how can you go and be asking for your money? The guy was completely. All right. So that was the journey. Second one. So I trudged on, and in '95, I did a film called Forbidden. It's an Igbo film. I don't know, Forbidden.
Yeah.
And Obi Madubogo. I played the role of best man to Obi Madubogo in that movie. And that movie just came out and became an instant commercial success.
Wow.
All of us became known and our faces were all over the place. So that's how the journey began, you know. And I did a couple of other movies as an actor. Then in '96, I produced my first film called Compromise.
Yeah, I remember Compromise.
I acted in Compromise apart from being the producer. So Compromise became another huge success. All right. From Compromise, the journey continued. You know, I did lots of movies that year and the following year. Films like Atrocity, Abandon, Deadly Proposal, Narrow Escape, Scores to Settle, Suicide Mission, Confusion. You know, we did lots of movies. Then in 1997, my directing career began. My first directed movie was called Waterloo. It was called Waterloo. It was starring Stephanie Okoro. That was in '97. That was Stephanie's first right? And Patrick Dunn was in that movie with Anne Njemanze. You know Anne Njemanze?
Yeah, of course.
You know, so that's the journey, you know, before, after that movie, the next film I directed was called Eye for Eye. It was an action movie. Eye for Eye. So the channel started from there, full blown, from '97, and it's been non-stop to today, you know.
So my question would be, the interesting thing is that, you know, there was you moved from being an actor. So for you, was it that, okay, you felt, okay, at least you needed to have a foothold in the industry first? before you now begin to launch into your dream of directing and producing? Is that what was on your mind?
I've said it all. That's it. Definitely before I even got into the industry, I came in consciously to use film as a medium of change. Because I see the power in the movies. So I started from the beginning to come and control the content of what people see. Right? And people loved me then as an actor. But because that was not my major reason for coming in, to dump the acting career. In 1998, I acted my last movie, Magic Money. I directed and I actually acted the role of a pastor, where I delivered the hell out of Zakamata.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Yeah.
If you want to really make a career in film directing, which is actually your calling, you have to dump this acting because it's going to be a distraction. You know, I told myself that I cannot be a referee and a football player in the same field of play.
Wow, brilliant.
For me. For some people, they are able to do. I've seen people that are even directing, doing cinematography, handling the camera, handling directing, producing the same job. That's their own blessing. For me, I felt like concentrating in my call. So that was why I had to kill my acting career to enable me focus and concentrate and be able to drive my message home to my audience.
So there's a word you use now. You refer to what you're doing in Nollywood as a call.
Sure.
That's interesting. Please, let's dwell on that a bit.
Yeah, it's a calling. You see, everybody is created with a call. All right. As a kid, my ambition was to be a medical doctor. You know, from secondary school. Before then, I was a confused child. You know, why I call myself confused, I had multiple talents. If I draw you looking at me now with a pen, not even a pencil, and you would think it's I have that gift. I was drawing very well. Most people who went to primary and secondary school with me can still remember that vividly. I was drawing very well. And I could sing as well. All right. And in engineering, I was good in accounts. In short, when I was dropping accounts for sciences, my accounts teacher in secondary school was so confused. I was his best student. And I was, you know, so I had a lot of talent. I also was very good in geography. So I love studying the environment and studying the nature, you know, but I have to leave all this for my love for medicine. Anybody told me I would never be a doctor, I wouldn't even believe it. But today, look at me here. Because that's what God wants me to be. You know, you see a lot of university, you study this, do your master's, do your PhD. At the end of the day, you see yourself in a place you never dreamt of. Lots of people in the banking sector today are people that study sociology and other courses that does not even have nothing to do with banking. You see, so I think there's a super that control everything that we do. Just like the Bible records, they say many are the plans in a man's heart, but in the end, the will of God prevails. All of us plan, you know, we plan what we want to be, but at the end, there's a power of destiny that controls everything that happens. So my coming into this industry is never a coincidence, is ordained by God. All right? Because I remember I prayed one prayer when I was a civil servant. In what I was doing, we collect bribes, you know? You take bribes. And one day, that bribe, each time I take a bribe, it hurts my soul. I feel bad within myself whenever I take a bribe from someone. All right? Because I know it's not good. But for me to survive in that job, I need that bribe to keep going, all right? Because my salary will not take care of all my needs. You have to pay your transport to your office. You have to pay your house rent. You have to at least feed yourself. You have to also take care of the family, right? I wasn't married, but at least I came from a family unit. You know, so looking at all this, the salary was not anything to go. It wasn't going anywhere. So you have
Yes,
to
yes.
those little change you make aside. I don't know. Each time I take that money, I feel bad within myself. So one day I prayed to God. I said, God, I need to leave this job. I want you to give me a job that I can do and earn a decent living without having to rely on bribes or anything. Long after I prayed prayer, before this guy came and said, man, there's an audition going on somewhere, then I went with him. And this guy was going with a lot of passion. But when there wasn't taken, I was given a lead role. And so it was after I begged for him that they gave me a worker pass.
Wow. So
now you look at the whole scenario. All those journey was done just for me, not for him, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I'm not him. You know, but the step of that man is always ordered. All right? Nothing happens by accident. So that's why I keep telling people, you work hard. You don't just go and lie down and say there's destiny, there's and all that. You need to work very hard. What the work of your hands. Everybody has that's the truth. So that's how I came here. And I believe that God has called us into this industry because there are things He wants to use us to give out to people. Because as a creative person, you are a vessel. As a writer, you are a vessel. Most of those things you do are not your own. Most of these ideas come from somewhere. And when they give it to you and you're not able to give it out, they give it to another person. Sometimes you see ideas. Somebody will write a script here. You go to Egypt, go to Cotonou, go to America, you see the same idea. And these people never met. It's shocking. All right? It's shocking.
Yeah.
That's one thing with life. You see, there's a power that is taking control of us and giving us what to give. So that's why when you're a bad person, the bad forces of darkness will give you ideas and you'll be polluting the society with those ideas of darkness. So that's how it goes. So if you have a good spirit and you have good relationship with God, He will give you good inspiration to tell good stories. So that's how we roll. You know, we roll with God.
So this is quite. I have to allow you to talk because that's the essence of this show. You know, stories that that gives people light. You know, that's what has been going on here. It's quite illuminating what you just narrated right now, the trajectory of your career. So it is very clear to everyone who's watching that you didn't just stumble into the industry. You didn't just want to, just to show yourself or show your face. You are mission. You have a mission, and that is what is going on. Yes. So which means for your movies, how would you say? Yeah, I mean, it's like maybe how do you get your inspirations? How do you? What's the process for you to getting your stories before you make them into movies and all of that?
Several ways. I'm a writer, but I wrote very well in the beginning of my career because then I had a lot of time. I had ample time to write. But these days, first one is mostly producing, directing, possibly editing. So many things take our time, When I started, it was just me, But now I have just a wife that I have cloned myself again. I have some units of me. Take care of. I have 5 boys,
Wow. 5 soldiers. Wow, interesting. Yeah.
Things around, you see that you may not be able to do all the writing like you used to do back in the days. All right. So basically, I generate my ideas and I call my writers, give them terms of reference, and tell them write my idea. And when they finish, bring it, we look at it. If there are places I'm not happy, I'll send it back for a rewrite.
Okay.
So I keep it until I'm happy, then I shoot. Then what I do, some people send me spec scripts, When you look at they've written by themselves and you get inspired by any of them. Once I connect spiritually and emotionally to anyone and it works with my vision, I take it, I pick that off, and I shoot the movie. But one thing I do, once I buy a script from someone, I must give that person the credit.
Wow.
I'm an advocate of that. I've seen people that buy scripts and change the name to themselves.
Yes, that is going on. That is going on.
Because these efforts that people make cannot be paid for, because the person may sell it for as small as a pittance, as next to nothing. That's what people kind of screw, because most of them are young guys coming up. So what the guy do? That credit, because that credit can earn him other bigger jobs. So when you run him back because you have the money, I see that's very unfair. So I've never done that in my career since '97 up until now. Every script I've ever bought, I've always given due credit to the writers.
Wow.
Right?
Wow. Wow. I really applaud that, because the feedback one is getting out there in the industry is that a lot of writers don't want to write anymore. They are so discouraged. Yeah, because they toil and all of that. They just spend the time writing and all that. And like you said, it has been argued that, look, when you give people credit, for what they did, that could be a leverage for them.
Sure.
So we want to salute you for that. I mean, I know that everyone who is watching right now, they are nodding their heads, and I'm sure the respect they have for you has just gone off the hinges, really, because that's brilliant. That's very, very kind of you. That's the way they say, live and let live. You don't just want to build your own dynasty and others should now go to reign. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Okay, so let's just it got me thinking now. The five boys, these 5 soldiers of yours.
Yeah.
Which of them is towing in your line? Film career or whatever, any creative thing really? What are they doing creatively?
Well, almost all of them show signs, but they all have what they want to be first, and I encourage that.
Yeah.
I want them to be whatever they want to be, and at least the courses of their choice. So that at the end of the day, if you want to end up a film, you have the background, you can do that. But it's important for them to follow their passion. My first boy is actually studying computer science. And second son is trying to study economics. My third son to do medicine. All right. So it's only the fifth that I don't know what they want to do right now. But like I told you, I would encourage them to be whatever they want to be. But I know my first son is saying that he wants to be an actor. He says that all the time. But most of them have acted in movies. All of them.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that. Yeah. Okay. So, but you don't really you don't prod them in any way. You don't, you just allow them to express themselves and express their desires. That's what you do.
I don't want to push anybody. I want them to flow, They should flow. Because like I said, everybody has a destiny. Because young men and women pushed by their parents to do what they didn't like to do. And at the end of the day, it became very counterproductive. Because I know that I need to guide them properly, which I'm doing. And I'm also very careful not to overweigh them with my own wishes. Yeah, but I know my second son has serious interest in music. So I'm trying to build a studio for him so he can do his music studio. He plays keyboard.
Okay.
Very good at that. My first son is an actor. He acted in the movie that is coming out soon. It's called Brutal Decision.
Okay.
Then my last son, when he was at the age of he played in my TV series called Fast Lane. He played a role there. When my first son was 3 years, he got nominated for Best Child Actor because he was a little boy in the Explosion. I don't know if you saw Explosion then.
Of course I did. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it.
Interesting, So, wow, interesting. Like you said, I mean, so your duty really is to guide them, because it is not automatic, because their father is a filmmaker and all of that, they automatically become no. Because people make that mistake, really. So, but you are well informed that, look, you are aware that it doesn't have to be their calling. You allow them, but what you do is to provide the guidance that they need.
Sure.
That is it. So let's just delve into. So you are one of you are a bright mind. Your works and are reference points. Who are your mentors? Okay. No, just go ahead and get it said. No problem.
Sorry.
No problem. Just get it arranged. Yeah.
A mistake.
No problem. It's one of those things. So.
But I can't see myself again.
Yeah. So just try to place it again.
You went to the front camera. Is it my fault or your fault?
Okay. So just click so that it will begin to show you. It has changed somewhere. Yeah, okay. You're back now. You're back now. Yes. That's what it does sometimes. It's showing the other side. Aha, you're back now. So I was just asking, I said, so your works are reference points because we know that great minds have a way of feeding off other great minds. And that's how it goes. So who are your mentors? Let's go international first. Who are your mentors in this business internationally?
Well, like I always say in my interviews, growing up, most of my influences were from James Bond movies, all right? But people like Steven Spielberg and James Cameron inspire me a lot, right? George Lucas as well, so... But basically, I try to be very original. Whenever I'm doing anything, I try to be very original. I don't like copying anybody's style. I like to create my own style. So that's basically about me. I don't know if you find that.
There is something I want to ask right now, Teco. There's something I want to ask Teco B. So, for you, you know how to juggle it. So, okay, so you observe what other people have done, but you're able to, still go original even after getting inspired or, So teach people, try to let us know how, because some people, they cannot just run away from that. I mean, they see something, they just copy, everything verbatim, they just copy everything they see. And that way they lose originality. So how do you stay original? How do you stay original, really? It's a tricky thing. How do you stay original?
By being myself. Like I told you, I came in with a vision. And that vision is to use the film as a medium of positive change. All right? So when I see what's going on, like right now you see the SARS protests everywhere.
Yeah.
When I'm connected to it, I don't need to make noise. All I need to do is just to do a script.
That's it.
Deal with the SARS guys. I will deal with them. So at the end of the movie, they will learn. The government will also, like when I did State of Emergency, Dirty Game. I did a lot of political movies. If you remember.
Sure. I was in Dirty Game. I acted in Dirty Game, of course. Yeah.
I did Terror. In Terror, we kidnapped. Yes. In State of Emergency, we declare state of emergency. Executive crime. Most of the things we did then are actually beginning to happen now.
That is it.
Movies are kind of prophetic, but they come up with solutions that if government had watched them very well, they will see the solutions that we profiled. Right? State of Emergency, Keaton West and his colleagues, they were sent to on a mission because they were in the military. They went to peacekeeping mission in a foreign country. And when the war ended, they were abandoned there. The government abandoned them. So they now had to form a terror group, come to Nigeria and began to terrorize. They now held people hostage, including ministers and people in government who were holding their meeting. It was, at the end of the day, there was a stalemate. Government didn't know what to do. But at the end of the day, there was something happened. All right. Unfortunately, J.T. West died in up to about 4 years after that movie.
Yeah, JT, yeah.
Became a symbol of state of emergency because he did very well.
He did very, I remember, yes. Yes.
I remember him. So basically that's it. I take particular interest in using that film to cause a massive change. So in that process, you don't need to copy anybody. All you need, drive home your point and make sure that the necessary changes you want government to make or the individuals to make or the citizens to make, you put them in the resolution. Because in every film, there's a beginning, there's middle, there's end. In the end, there's solutions. You come up with resolutions. You come up with the suggestions. Right?
Yeah.
I try is in my resolution, I try to make sure that there's a triumph of light over darkness. All right? If you are a killer, I make sure I kill you. Right? If you're somebody who is doing the bad thing, I don't let you excel. It's only good movies that you can see a villain, one guy can kill and kill all the way and see win at the end of the day. You know, and they don't do revenge.
Okay.
Because in the Bible, God says we should leave vengeance for God. A lot of Chinese films, a lot of Indian movies, you see somebody will come and kill somebody's father, the guy will grow up, hunt those guys and kill them.
Teco, that's true. That's true. Oh my God.
Revenge. So I don't need to
yes. You are shaking table. You are shaking tables here. You are shaking tables. All right, good.
That's where the originality comes from. Because if I want to copy those guys, then I will do it the way they are doing it. I have my own style.
Yeah, you do. You do. Wow, fair enough. Let's jump into awards. Let's talk about. I mean, I know there are so many awards, really. But what are the ones that really easily comes to your memory right now? The awards that you got that easily, comes to memory because of how huge they were for you.
Okay, lots of them. The one that touched me most is the one I received from the California Assembly in the U.S. The special one is hanging there in my office. If you want me to take you a tour, I can take you on the tour. But when I
Fine.
finish,
towards the end of this, we'll do that. So that it will be a moving thing. Then I'll marshal that. All right, go ahead.
I have won Best Director several times. Then I've had recognitions from different countries and different bodies. Then the one that is most prestigious is the one given by the federal government of Nigeria, where I was actually decorated by the president as member of the Order of the Federal Republic. That one is the one that comes with even more responsibility, right? With that honor, you need to be very careful. It's not everything I can do now, right? Because if the country has accorded you that kind of honor and that kind of respect, you need to maintain certain level of dignity in terms of protecting your country's integrity, in terms of representation of your country. Because one thing we do, some people just do it for fun, but these movies go above and beyond our imagination.
That's true. That's true.
They become the yardsticks for measuring this country. They go beyond ever our imagination. People in different parts of the world see our movies, and that's what they use in judging the country. So that's why I personally, I'm very careful right now. I try to represent Nigeria positively. Again, I also try, there's something I started. Hello?
Okay, go ahead. I can hear you. Yeah.
I started doing recently. At least I try to show if my actors have to eat, I'll make sure they eat a Nigerian food.
Wow.
Right? You know,
Yeah.
there's this mindset, you know, that it must be, if it's not Western, then it's not good, right? Yeah, so we're beginning to put that, our cuisine, our delicacy, you know, we're beginning to use that in our movies. Everything that's our own, we're beginning to have that represented in our movies. So that's, by the way, for the awards. There are so many of them, I can't even, I need to give you a look.
I know.
Because
I know that if we're going to talk about the awards, all right.
appreciate the award. All of them, I appreciate them because it is an honor, you know, that people created to reward you for your excellence. So I don't look down on
Yeah.
all of them. I appreciate them seriously from the depth of my heart.
Wonderful, wonderful. Let's quickly talk about your recent award because I don't want to miss some things out of this interview. I know people, you know, are eager to hear. So the latest in terms of award and recognition, recently on October 1st, 2020, you made the list of the 60 icons that shaped Nollywood and the video industry in Nigeria. How does that make you feel?
I feel so honored. I feel so humbled. And again, it makes me very alert. You know why? They say to whom much is given, much is expected. So it's another level of responsibility, so which you must adopt. So if the country have so rewarded you because of what they have seen you do, then it's a higher calling again. It's a higher calling. That's a higher calling. I have to begin to think of what I can do because a lot of people now are running away from Nigeria. A lot of my friends have run to Canada and different parts of the world in search of better pasture. A lot of people are unsafe with Nigeria right now. A lot of people are so scared they don't know what tomorrow will bring forth. You know, but you see, I like to give people hope. I like to give people hope. All right, and that's one of the responsibilities that this award has again reminded me of. You know, we can change this country and make it that country of our dream. If all of us run away and this country like a desert, I don't think it will make us happy. We are Nigeria. If we run to America or any other country and leave our kids there, they are going to grow up and eventually they will lose their identity. Most of them will never come back. It will become their home. I know the leadership of the country is one of the things causing the problem, but I believe they will get better by the grace of God.
Yeah.
Are getting better by our prayers. We keep praying and believing God that things will change and will be to the best.
Okay. Teco B, there is this issue, there is this debate about new Nollywood and old Nollywood. I know you've heard about it. I mean, some people believe that what we have right now is new Nollywood as far as they are concerned. That we have gone past the old. What is your take on that?
It's very laughable. It's laughable because I don't know the originators of that crap. You know, because I've been in a debate. I belong to a group of, there's a group that is formed, Nigerian, many lecturers in Nigerian universities, people who have PhDs and above, doctors and professors. So we've had that debate in that platform as well, you know, because some certain guys who are very scared of it, because you know how this thing started?
How?
We have some big names in the industry. Okay. People that have named over the years with their track record and the movie, they became big. So some guys who came into the industry saw that they could not immediately come at par with those guys. Some of them don't even get jobs. So for them, the only way to gain relevance is to run down the people who were there before, call them old school, call them color name. So they go to people that fund the movies and run these people down, and they in the back. All right. So in a way to become relevant, they call themselves New Nollywood. Do you understand? Because everything they do now, or everything that is being done, are things that we've.
Okay.
I remember that in 2007. In 2007, I released my movie called Mission to Nowhere.
Yeah. I remember
international on 35 millimeters. That's 35 millimeters.
Wow, good.
That's the celluloid, 35 millimeters. Then I remember the journey that we have gone through. When the industry started, they were using VHS equipment, the VHS camera. From VHS, we moved up to U-matic cameras because as these technologies are coming, we are adopting them. That was what was available at that time. So we went to U-matic. From U-matic cameras, Betacam cameras came. We adopted Betacam cameras. So from Betacam cameras, DV-cam cameras came. We left Betacam and we moved to DV-cam. It's about improvement. As this technology are coming, we keep adopting the new ones. All right? So later, HDV came, the entry level of high definition came, and we dropped DV-cam. We all moved to HDV. All right? Later, full HD came. We all left HDV. If you come, if I move the cameras around, you will see my HDV machines. They are all there lying fallow because we are not using them again. We moved to full HD. From full HD, 4K came. We have to drop, and everybody's chasing the 4K. From 4K, there was 6K, 8K. Now there's 12K, and I know in the next few months I'll be 18K, 20K. One day you see 100K. All right, these are technologies coming, because guys are trying to achieve a higher resolution of pictures, right? Because cellular, I just showed you a sample of. Cellular is an old system, right? But the picture quality they achieved with that system was very high. So most of these videos that we are doing all those years could not rival that quality. So that's why in the beginning, people were laughing at us when we started making movies on video. Nigeria was scorned and laughed at, that we're making movies on video. But today, country of the making movie on video. That's what we call digital revolution. Everywhere is digital now. It's video. Nobody is shooting celluloid anymore. Even George Lucas George Lucas shot his movie about 5-7 years ago on video, on the same thing that we're laughed at. You see, because one thing I discovered is this: film is all about telling stories. The time of our ancestors, they sat down in the night under the moonlight and they told their stories, and people got entertained. So later in the world, radio came. You had the radio drama. People go and do it in radio, and people can tune in and enjoy it. After that came, all right? But in Hollywood, the history is different. Cinema came before television. In 1890, cinema came. Celluloid was invented. They started telling their stories. So that's why their culture started from there, before even television came. All right? It came, all right? And telling our stories now on video so that we can express them through television. All right? So now that we're doing it's still the same kind of storytelling. Whether you are doing it to show it on your DVD in people's homes, or you are doing it to show it on the big screen in the cinemas, or you are doing it to show it on a YouTube channel or on Netflix, VOD, wherever you're showing it, you are telling that story. You are simply telling a story. The story must have a beginning, it must have a middle, it must have an end. And Nigeria, when we started telling these stories in the 90s, you know, there was a film industry that died, the old film industry.
Yeah.
There was an film industry.
Yes. Yeah.
That's where you have the Edi Boma, Olabalogu, Adelove, and all of them. All right? So many factors led to the death of that industry. The industry died because that industry was based on celluloid films, right?
Yeah.
But austerity measure with breakdown of security in Nigeria, several reasons led to the death of that industry. And there was no film industry for some years. There was a big lacuna before Living in Bondage and other movies came and filled up that gap with video films. All right? So, and that's what we're doing today. So in this age now, we started that revolution. If you know what we suffered, we were editing analog before. All right? We were shooting and editing analog. I know how we moved to nonlinear editing. I was the guinea pig. My movie was used to experiment nonlinear editing, which we do with computers now. The computer was relatively. My movies were crashing. Casey Logoro were together today, and we just we went back to that experience. When the movie crashed, you know, the computers were not strong; they could not handle video. People were laughing.
They were laughing.
They were laughing because the movies crashed. They were wasting investment. I was wasting investment of people in computers that will crash, right? And true to their forecast, we will do halfway, everything will crash. Then we refused to give up. We kept doing it until it came out. And today, computers have been so perfected, laptops are perfected that somebody can use a laptop also, and they did a movie.
A whole film with a laptop.
Back in the years, we used workstation. We had workstation, non-linear workstation. You don't just carry a laptop. It's not even possible. You must have so many things in your system before they can edit a movie. You know that today things have changed, and now young guys are just coming that should be smart enough to work with these guys to learn from our experiences. They are saying that we are old school, they are old Nollywood, and you know it's very laughable. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. You know, the guy that is in his 50s, the guy is older than me, and he's also saying old Nollywood. You know, at his age. I'm not saying. Well, how do we measure it? Makes sense. The new technologies coming now, they even came before, and we moved with it. Yeah, today there are new technologies that we're using, and I bet you in the next 1 year, more new ones will come. Will you say that people who are doing it today are old Nollywood again? What do we even call them? If they call the other people old, and now
what would they call?
The new guys, what would they call these two generations now? Is it old, or expired?
No, they will call them. I don't know. It's funny, really. It's funny. Yeah, you said it all. In fact, this is a thorough, re-education. Somebody said here that what you're doing here is a re-education, because people have lost all of this, information, out of not asking questions from people like you, and that's the essence of this show. Because I know the kind of stuff you have, and I know the kind of thing. Now, what has happened here today is like a whole lecture, and I believe it will set people's mind aright. Thank you so much. Yes. What is the? Let me just. Time is fast, but it's been loaded. I'm looking at my time. We might have to do a part 2 of this interview. Teco B. We might have to do a part 2, but let's just. What are you working on right now? What project are you working on right now?
Yeah, I just finished work on 2 movies. One is called Brutal Decision, and the second one is called Flip Side. Both of them are coming out soon. And beyond these 2, we have plans for greater movies and TV shows. But very soon we're going to unfold and unleash the plans. Right now, they're still in the works.
Teco B, I know that People who are watching know that this is, I mean, you have the bragging right is there, because why, you have proved again and again that you are there for quality, you are there to make a mark, you are there to make a change, because what you do is to use movies to discuss issues and educate people and enlighten people. Right now, I just wanted to use you wanted to show us a little, some of the awards or some things, a tour. If we can do that in about 2 minutes, let's do a tour, of what you want to show us there to inspire people and all of that in your office there. So you can pick some awards that you have there, and all of that.
Do you think it's necessary?
Okay, fine. If you okay, I think we've talked about them. Okay, there's no need. Don't worry. Okay, so
let me see if there will be lights. If there will be lights enough, let's see.
Okay, just a little. Okay. So Teco is doing a tour of his space, of his creative space. I want you to be inspired. That's why I asked for these, so that you know what it means to be in a creative hub, in a creative space. Okay, so yeah, we're seeing some awards here and there. Yeah, I hope you're seeing it out there. Yeah, these are awards. This is to prove to you that we have a doyen of production, of filmmaking here. It's not about just, these are proofs. Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes. Good. Yes. Good. Good. Yes. I love that. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Yeah. This is beautiful, Teco B. Wonderful. Stay on that a bit. Stay on that a bit. I want to, stay on that. Stay on this a bit. Yeah. I want them to see it. Yeah. Wonderful. Okay. You can continue. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's the president, President Jonathan, giving you the national honors. You can see it.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. Awards, more awards. Beautiful. Yes. Lovely. 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 Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay. Beautiful. All right. All right. Beautiful. Yeah. Okay. That's Teco, you did a good job there. Teco B. you did a good job, Of course, you showed your directing powers there, the finesse with which you did that. No, you can just hold the phone. We're going to hold the phone. Just hold it. Don't place it anywhere again. Just hold it so that we'll just sign up, right? Yeah, just hold it. Hold it. Yeah, we are running off now. So just say something to your fans out there, in 1 minute. Say something to your fans out there, to the lovers of the Teco Benson brand. Say something to them.
Well, I love you all. Keep believing in Teco Benson. I promise you, more creative works are coming. More informative, more creative, more educative works are going to come from me very soon. I'm going to show you a link very soon to my YouTube channel and other channels of distribution. And I will not change. I will remain that I have been. I will never disappoint you. God bless you all. Thank you. And keep believing in yourself. Keep believing in God. You will get to the peak of your destiny. God bless you all.
Teco B, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on this show. You've always supported me. I want to say this here to the entire world that this is the man that gave me my first speaking role in Nollywood. My very first speaking role, Day of Reckoning, Mr. Ndoka. Mr. Ndoka. Yes, I remember the character. Is it Mr. Ndoka now? I think it's Mr. Ndoka, yeah. But of course, it's Day of Reckoning. Day of Reckoning. I won't forget that. So you've always supported me. 1999.
Right?
Oh, yeah. It's 1999 now. Yeah, Teco B is 1999, Abby. That's it. Mr. Ndoka, Teco, thank you very much. Let me allow you go right now. God bless you and keep doing what you're doing. We love you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, we'll talk later. All right, yeah.
Bye.
So that is it. It's a full package. I I need to go right now. I know, just keep, you know, reflecting on what you heard. See you some other time. Bye-bye. I love you.